going on, everybody? Welcome. It's kind of bittersweet. This is the second to last episode of the year. And, I'm kind of in my feelings about it. I can't lie, I'm thinking about it. But we're not going to be too sad. We're going to be sappy on the last one. We're going to give her their flowers on the last episode. But it's crunch time here in the studios of Austin Peay, Studio B to be exact. And I'm back with the guys. Y'all know the crew. Dylan Walton, Jeremy Daves, Isaiah Norman. Feels good to be back, guys. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today?
I'll let Jeremy go first.
It's just one of those days, man.
I felt that.
This morning, I was like, man, I don't want to get out of bed this morning. But got out of bed, made the long commute here. I'm here.
Okay. Zay?
My morning was cool. I haven't had no breakfast yet, so my stomach is a little uneasy. But it's all good, though. You know, we don't let hunger ruin the day. I don't need a Snickers bar.
Should I speak on it? Should I speak on my little hunger? Should I go ahead?
Might as well just get it out, man.
Get it out. Yeah, I've been going on a 3-day fast. I'm currently on the last day. I haven't had no food for exactly, I'm right at the 38-hour mark, 40 hours, somewhere around there. Feeling great, feeling good. Nothing has changed, just nothing but water, so we feeling good. But, I can't complain, man. I like to spice up my life every now and again. So right now I'm feeling pretty good. Everybody weekend was all right. Everybody had a pretty decent weekend.
I had to work, but it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I had to work too, but hey,
But my work is kind of fun though.
Yeah.
Life is work.
I can't complain on that. I can't complain. My weekend was I went home for the weekend.
For real?
My sister, I went home. My sister's having a baby. So went to go be uncle, the baby shower. Yeah, I went to go to the baby shower. Meatballs and wings. Y'all know how it go.
Mm-hmm.
Meatballs and wings and a little lemonade and fruit punch and sweet tea. So we had to get the job done. But
meatballs and wings. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's the baby shower
She
food.
having a boy or a girl?
It's a boy. It's a
Hey,
boy. So
I'm an uncle too, bro. You gonna love it.
hey, with my other nephew, they like 10, 12, so I ain't had no newborn.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, been there, done that, you know. Let them fall on their head, touch electrical outlets, all that good stuff.
Don't let them touch
No. Rule number 1, don't let them do that. But today, we got a very smooth show for you guys. Baseball, softball, the last episode we gave you was strictly football. You seen the two football gurus in Bryce and Zay go at it the entire episode. We talked about the upcoming schedule, predictions. We had some highlight reels. If you haven't seen the episode, please go tap in because I think it was one of the funniest episodes we've ever had in recent times. But today, we got some good news for you guys. So, Austin Peay's men's tennis, their season concluded earlier this past week with a 7-0 loss to Florida Gulf Coast University. If you know anything about FGCU, they're always dominant, and somehow they always have our number. Cameron Nickens and Lyndon Gidwell, I hope I'm saying his name right, sweep the ASUN Player of the Week awards. I'm not going to spoil it because we finna go right into it, but they played an amazing brand of baseball this past week. And then Denise Torabala was named the second team All-Atlantic Sun Conference team, while Luca Bolin was also named academic All-ASUN team. Okay. So they've done pretty well this week. It's a pretty up and down week for the Governors. All sports not doing the best, but baseball and softball so far holding it down. What y'all think about that? Some light, some pretty cool.
That's something pretty cool, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you always get an academic and an athletic award at the same time, it's pretty nice because being a student athlete is hard.
Yeah,
it's 2 full-time jobs at once. So to be able to do that, that's congrats to them. It's kudos to them.
What you thinking, Jeremy?
No, I think the same thing. Anytime you can, like he said, get an academic award and a sports award, and that's a good thing.
Okay. So y'all see, we all for the schoolwork and the academics over here.
Yeah,
well, they are. I'm here for the love of the game. I'm here for the love of the game. So we're gonna jump right into baseball, right? So baseball recently has been up and down. A win against MTSU, a series win against North Alabama, and the best thing, as you see on your screen right now, Lyndon Gidwell threw a no-hitter, the first no-hitter since 1996.
What?
But I'm going to tell you this right here. I'm not going to count it. It was in 7 innings. they called the game early, which is cool.
So-
It still classifies. But I feel like a true no-hitter is 9 full innings. I mean, I'm not taking away what he did. I'm not taking away what he did at all.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
But I just feel like a true no-hitter is 9 innings.
He probably would have hit the no-hitter if it went 9 innings, but because it was 20-0, they had to call the game.
Yeah.
That's how it is. In I don't know how it is in Major League, but in high school and college,
Yeah, they're going to call it.
they're going to call it 20-0.
I'll say it like this. If you throw a no-hitter, that means nobody can score. Like,
Yeah.
they can't score.
He
Like,
probably
that's
would've- like I
all-
said, he probably
that's
would've
really
did it.
all him for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
That's
taking
a-
it away. I just –
That's a pretty astounding feat, though.
No, it
No-hitter.
is. It is.
I
Since
get what you're
1996.
saying, though.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, though. But it's like, it's because of him that they didn't finish the game. You feel me?
No,
Like,
facts.
it's like,
You got me there.
Because of him,
that's-
and the score 20-0.
Yeah.
All the,
But that's
all the home runs.
1996, though,
1996. So what's that?
that's history, all I know.
What's that?
Almost 30 years.
2006, 2016.
How many years, Jeremy?
Almost 30 years.
Almost 30, 20, 29, 28 years.
29 years, yeah.
Hey, yeah, you do the math, not me. Bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, he had a phenomenal game. He forced 6 ground outs. He faced 22 batters with 21 at-bats. He only walked one person and threw a total of 87 pitches in 7 innings. Quick math, that's like 12, right around 12 pitches an inning, and then you bring that to about 3 to 4 batters per inning. So he getting them. You come up, you get them going. You back to the dugout.
That's crazy.
And usually in baseball, because like I said, outside is I work with baseball,
Mm-hmm.
87 pitches, that's usually you pitch to about 5th or 6th inning,
Yeah.
and then they call the next pitcher in. So that's pretty good.
That's crazy. dog.
I mean, we won 20-0. You had Cal Proctor, 1 home run. John Bay, the superstar of the team, what
Superstar.
seems to be 2 home runs. Cole Johnson with a homer, Ray with a homer, and Andres Matias with a homer. And then Ray had 5 RBIs. John Bay and Cal Proctor had 4. And then Cole Johnson had 1. So, I mean, pretty great game
Sheesh.
from them. I mean, it seemed like they couldn't be stopped in that one game. And that's crazy how baseball works. And, Jeremy, I want to ask you, you can, in a series, the games can go so many different ways. You work with the sound, so you see it. How do you think, we lost, the second game, 9-10. How do you think the consistency works? You win 20-0 one night, and then you lose 9-10 the next night.
Well, it sometimes it depends on who's pitching.
Mm.
So you had the no-hit guy hit the no-hitter pitcher, and then whoever was pitching the second game, he might not be the same type of pitcher as the previous pitcher.
Right.
Sometimes you can change your defense alignments up, and that can play a role. And then it all depends on how strong your bats are. Because one game you can kill it, the second game you can be like, okay, we ran out of gas.
Right, I get you. And then adjustments be made too. I don't know much about baseball, but I do know much about sports. Adjustments are definitely made after a loss like that, like 20-0. Something got to change. So they probably came with an extra chip on their shoulder that next day.
So if you the coach of North Alabama, say, you the coach, and you just got beat 20-0, what's the first thing you're saying in the locker room?
That's tough. First of all, I hate losing, right? But you got to put your pride aside.
Yeah.
And make sure your team know that you are there for them and that you believe in them, first of all. So you got to establish the belief in yourself again. Don't let this get your self-confidence down in yourself. This is not a loss. This is a lesson. Like, that's what Coach Hill used to teach us all the time. It's a lesson. It's
20
never a
straight
loss.
of them.
20-0 is a lesson, right? And we got to find a lesson in why we didn't score a point and we lost this bad. So that would be the first thing I say. Like, this is not a loss. It's a lesson.
Okay.
Like, so take it as a lesson and not just a loss. Don't take it to heart. And we got to come back with some fire. Because if you don't come back with no fire, then you're not a true competitor.
Okay. And they did come back because we ultimately lost 9-10. But who stood out, like I mentioned in the news, we threw a no-hitter with Linden, and then Cameron Nickens had a great, fantastic week. He had 3 home runs in the loss, 9-10. He also had a double, and then Cal Proctor came in with a triple. So, I mean, they're not afraid to hit the bat. And then as you see, they're tied the most home runs in a single game with 6. Other than that was versus Tennessee Tech. So, I mean, the bat is always booming. It's always in business. I mean, I know, Jeremy, we talked about it a few weeks ago. I think it was the Dodgers when they had or who was it that had the extra, the brand on the bat, and it was able for them to hit so many home runs that game?
No, that wasn't me. You was telling me.
It wasn't me. How I got the wrong guy.
Else, yeah.
But I don't know what it is. The bats is booming for the Governor, so they've done everything well. But they just can't get the wins. They really just can't get the wins. Morehead State, they lost the other day 5-10. They were 8 from 37 from home plate, but luckily had 7 walks, and that's how they were able to get some type of traction on the offensive end. But they're currently 27-10. Remaining schedule is EKU, Purdue, Morehead again, Ole Miss, and then Lipscomb. I know, I don't know if you part-time Governor, part-time Bison.
Nah.
So who you rooting for?
So I'm looking at the standings. It looked like it's going to be repeated last year. Last year it was between Stetson and Austin Peay.
Mm-hmm.
Stetson on the other end, 24-4. 8-1. No, they're 13-2 in the ASUN. So once it's all said and done, it's going to be between Austin Peay and Stetson. So this is going to be interesting.
Okay, so what y'all think we can do against an SEC team like Ole Miss?
I mean,
I
mean, we can bring the bats. The bats is going to hit. If we can get that same pitching that we did against Central Arkansas, then hey, by all means.
My thing is, if you're gonna lose to Morehead, like, you gotta come with some. I don't know, cause I don't know how good Morehead is in baseball, cause apparently they're pretty good.
Yeah.
And so you gotta come with a different mindset. It's a SEC school. They're gonna look down on you. So you got the chance to upset them and catch them off guard, catch them slipping.
Okay.
So just come in and have a good game.
Okay.
An excellent game, actually.
Okay. So we looking for some consistency because softball as well. Ever since their 24-game win streak, they've lost 6 of their last 11 games after losing their 24-game win streak. They had a series as well at home against North Alabama. We won 6-4, and you had Bree Howard with a home run. She had a phenomenal series. She also had in the next game 4 RBIs. Then you had Sam Lesky with a home run, and then that second to last game, Bree Howard had 2 home runs. So she had a phenomenal weekend. But in the last game, the consistency wasn't there. We lost 0-4, 5-27 from home plate. It's not a good showing. Not a good showing. And we've been seeing more of this nature from the softball team ever since they lost that 24-game win streak. So, I mean, they speak to it. You're a champion in collegiate sports. When you have a good run and then you may lose it, what's the vibe of the team, once you lose that hot streak?
A lot of people start to question the authority. They start to question the coaching. A lot of people just start pointing fingers because you don't know the real problem. The real problem is that we just got to lock in as a team, and it takes discipline. It takes everybody being bought in. If everybody not bought in, then the ship going to eventually fall. If the head of the ship ain't right, the ship it ain't gonna sail.
Mm-hmm.
So if everybody start pointing fingers for real, and it take a whole team to just lock back in and be like, all right, it's our fault and not just somebody's fault. Like, it's nobody's fault. It's us as a team. We got to get right. That's what I say.
Okay, that's not bad. Jeremy, what you thinking?
I mean, I agree with Zay. It starts with the team being locked in. Coaches got to be locked in, and really, I mean, you were saying that they lost their mojo and everything, but they still second place in the division. I mean, EKU is 11-3, 2 games behind. On the other end, you got to deal with North Florida, 14-1. So it's going to be interesting.
Jeez, 14-1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So softball is, we down to the last month softball baseball season. So I'm excited to see how both of these teams turn the tide around. But lastly, we've been having some good interviews for the people lately. We've been having some good interviews. Ashley had a very good interview a couple weeks ago. Last week on the episode, Isaiah, dropped gems. I don't know if y'all on the social media, on Austin Peay CrunchTime or Isaiah's or mine or whatever, or Jeremy's or Ashley. We've been posting that interview because it's been full of gems. But today, got a special guest. I'm not going to tell y'all who it is. I'm going to let the video tell y'all. But got to sit down with a very special guest, and I'm extremely excited to let y'all see who it is. So, Ashley, on the ones and twos today, let them see who the special guest is. Welcome, everyone. Dylan Walton here, and today we have a very special guest. But before, I introduce, I want to give him a little real intro, hype it up a little bit. We got a former 4-star dual threat quarterback. I mean, he had offers from TCU, Florida State, Miami, Kentucky, Syracuse, Louisville. I looked up the whole resume. He is accredited within himself from Ravenwood High School out of Brentwood, Tennessee. I have to my side, I don't know left or right, but I have to my side Chris Parson. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. Blessed and highly favored, man. Thank you for having me.
Man, I really appreciate it. You are my first interview of the school year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so at least Austin Peay related. So
yeah.
I'm honored for you to be here, man. So we're going to get right into it. Like we were just talking about off the air. It was announced in December you was coming here. Big announcement. We don't get many, marquee players like this. A big transfer for you. How has your life been academically and athletically since the announcement?
It's been great, man. It's been smooth. Really smooth transition. Extremely, thankful to be here. Very happy with my decision. I had a great relationship with Coach Ferris and Coach Billerman before, and, they've known me since I was literally a kid. My first time meeting Coach Ferris, I was 13 years old. I was going to the Duke quarterback camps, and he was coaching there at the time. And then my freshman year, I was on a visit at Rice University, and I ended up building a relationship with Coach Billerman there. And so definitely feel like this was a God thing, man. He was leading me to come here to Austin Peay. And sure enough, ever since I stepped foot on campus in January, it's been great, man. I've been able to build relationships with my teammates, grow even closer into, learning more about the game, growing as a leader, as a quarterback. And so it's been smooth, man. I've been able to, focus on schoolwork and handle that business, and also, grind every single day, which is something that I love to do. So it's been a great transition, man. I'm happy to be here, man, and I'm thankful for the opportunity.
I'm grateful for you coming to the team. I'm ready to get some dubs. But like you said, you're growing as a quarterback. I went through your resume. They had you on 247 Sports, all of that. You started off in Duncanville. I don't know if a lot of people know, but I'm really tapped into the high schools. Duncanville is a powerhouse.
No doubt.
Talk about that. Well, that was your freshman year.
My freshman year.
Yeah. So talk about that experience playing at a powerhouse. Texas football, Duncanville football. How was that for you?
It was awesome, man. It was like a dream come true. You watching YouTube and things like that in elementary school, middle school, and then to be able to go to a school like that, man, of such prestige and play alongside some great players, man, it was definitely a fun opportunity for me, and I was able to learn a lot, learn from some great players, some great coaches, and play against some of the best competition in Texas. So it was definitely a fun experience, and I had my fun there.
Yeah, no, Duncanville, I seen them play at AAU tournament in Memphis. I'm from Memphis,
Okay.
So that's how I found out about them. And ever since then, Texas football is a completely different beast.
Yeah, it's elite.
Yeah. So then you come out to Nashville, Brentwood, Tennessee for your junior and senior year at Ravenwood. How was that for you? And that's probably when you took off, all the recruitment started to get really big. Then you come in there a decision. How was that process for you?
It was awesome, man. I'm not sure if a lot of people know. I grew up in Nashville, and so I was living in Nashville from 18 months to 10 years old, and then I ended up moving to Texas for a little bit. And so whenever I came back to Nashville, it was like homecoming for me. A lot of my teammates at my high school, I had played Little League ball with them, so it was a great experience. And like you said, I had a few offers after my freshman year and after my sophomore year. I had around 8 to 10, but once I moved here closer to the South, that was when I was able to pick up, a couple of more SEC offers. And after, playing my junior year, things kind of started rolling for me, and I was committed to Florida State at the time, and so
yeah, I seen that.
Ravenwood, I love that school with everything in me, man. The head coach there, Coach Hester, I love him to death, man. He's like a second dad to me. You know what I mean? We have a really close relationship. We still talk to this day. And just the coaching staff there, the players that I played with, it was a great experience, man. And I'm glad I was able to finish my high school career there.
So basically, you had a little you had some motion going on.
Yeah.
You had some motion
I had
going
a good
on.
time, man.
Okay, so you commit to Mississippi State. I watched the video. First, tell me why. I know you said the family and all of that, but for you, just tell me why. Because you was when you put that cap on, took the jacket off, man. You let out some emotion.
No doubt, yeah.
So tell me how it came about.
Yeah, man. So obviously I was committed to Florida State for a very long time. Florida State was actually my dream school.
Yeah.
And throughout the process, I was able to build a relationship with Mike Leach, and he's a very well-known head coach, man. The Pirate, air raid offense, and so. Even though I love Florida State and things like that, man, just talking to him, and what all he had to offer as a coach and being able to learn from him and then playing the best conference there is, it was hard to pass up. My family's from Mississippi, so it was almost like, in a sense, going home as well.
Yep.
So it was a great fit. You know, I trusted Coach Leach. I trusted the rest of the coaches that were there. I also had good relationships with the players that were there as well. And so I went with my move, man, and it was an exciting moment for my family. It was crazy because I had told some of my family members that I was going to another school just to mess with them. So my mom and my dad, my brother and my sister, they knew I was going to Mississippi State.
Okay.
But the rest of my family that was in the crowd, they was thinking I was going to another school.
Oh,
So
when
I took the jacket off, it was a fun moment for sure, man. It was something I look back on as like a core memory of my life. And so extremely thankful for my time in Mississippi State, man.
Yeah.
I built great relationships there. I got to learn a lot, man, and grow as a man. So definitely thankful for that.
I mean, the crowd erupted when you said,
Yeah.
I was like, he must have not told nobody or something.
Yeah, I kept a secret, man. So everybody was waiting. It was a big speculation in my school. A lot of my teammates, they were asking me, where you going? What's your move? What's your move? And I was like, tap in and find out Friday. You know what I mean?
It was the energy was definitely there for sure. But you know, I've seen the transition, you know, doing the research for this. I've seen the transition, just the accolades kept growing year in, year out. You got all SEC first freshman team at Mississippi State with limited playing time. How was you able to impact the game with just so limited playing time?
Yeah, I mean, it really just came down to me just trying to do my job. You know, as a true freshman, my main goal was coming in and, you know, earning the respect of my teammates, working hard, and growing as a person, as a player.
Okay.
And so with all of that, you know, I wasn't going into the season like, hey, I'm trying to get this award. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. It literally came down to me every single day, finding ways to get better, being there for my teammates, and just growing the best way I can. And so I was able to get some playing time later on in the season. I got to play against Kentucky. I also got to play against Texas A&M. And I learned a lot, you know, had some success against Kentucky, and then went out there against Texas A&M, man, and it didn't look too good, you know what I mean? But I was able to learn from that, man, and extremely thankful, you know, that I was able to be recognized as all freshman team. But I understand at the end of the day, man, the work doesn't stop. And so I was very thankful and I was acceptive of that. But at the end of the day, man, I understand, like, it's still a lot more ways for me to go.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely, you know, the way college athletics is just changing all around.
Yeah.
But, you know, you played in the SEC, man.
Yeah.
Like the best collegiate conference on the planet Earth, probably until we long far gone, it'll still be the best.
No doubt.
How was it just playing in those environments, being in those environments, those road games, those situations? Just how was it?
It was awesome, man. Like, it was awesome. Like, I remember thinking of how it would be, you know, once I committed to Mississippi State, but until, like, you're actually there and you're walking into the stadium, it's a whole different feeling, man. Words can't really describe. Like, I remember week 3 of my true freshman year, we're playing against Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors. And it's like I'm looking on the field and I'm watching them go to work, and I'm like, man, like, this is elite football right now. And then a couple of weeks later, we got to go to South Carolina, night game. And we playing against Spencer Rattler and Xavier Leggett, you know what I mean? And then the week after that, we come back home. We got a home game. We playing Alabama with Jalen Milroe and the rest of those guys. So it's great, man. It's great competition, man, the best of the best, man. And I was able to, you know, see a lot of great players throughout my time there, man. And so, like you said, it's the best of the best. Great competition, great players. And so definitely had a great time, you know, experiencing that for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited because I've never been. I said I'm going to take a trip to a SEC football game. That's my dream because I need to witness the environment. Everybody say it's top tier. It's top tier.
Yeah.
So 2 years Mississippi State, then you hit the portal and you eventually come to Clarksville, home of the Governors. What went into that decision, and how was that entire process for you?
Yeah, so after leaving Mississippi State, I was really looking for a place that, you know, that best suited me, that was going to give me an opportunity to compete for the starting job, and somewhere that I knew I was going to be able to get coached hard, man, and be able to grow as a player and as a person. And I remember my first day entering the portal, got a call from Coach Ferris, and like I said before, Coach Ferris, we've had a relationship from going back to when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And so that held a lot of weight with me. I knew I could trust him. I knew what kind of offense that he taught and how I could fit in that offense. And then also having a relationship with Coach Billerman as well played a huge factor. And I ended up taking my visit here. I was on a visit with a few of the guys that are here now. So we were all, you know, making a decision and things like that. And it just felt like the right spot, man. I knew this was somewhere where I was going to be able to grow. I knew I was going to get coached the hardest. And I'm happy with my decision. I'm thankful to be here. And I'm excited for what's to come.
Okay, yeah, you said growing a lot, and you learn different things at different stops. What do you think you can improve on, during this offseason, during this period that you can get to showcase on the field next season?
Yeah, no doubt. Just simple quarterback things like my footwork and other things that I'll be working with, with my trainer come this offseason, and, just understanding like, hey, like this is a great opportunity for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going into this season, we're here to win. You know what I mean? We have goals set out. And every day rent is due. And so for me, I'm just looking forward to just, tuning up the fine details, growing within the offense, growing within the system, and building chemistry with my teammates so we can be firing on all cylinders come fall.
Give a shout out to the trainer, man. Who be getting you right there? Oh, you going to keep the sauce to yourself?
That's my dog.
Okay.
You already know. Yeah, D. Will, Damian Williams, QB Lifestyle. Y'all go tap in with him, man. He the best of the best, man. He gets me right. He been training me since my sophomore year of high school, man. We built a great relationship. I look at him as like a brother, and so, yeah, man, we get after it. I've been going to him anytime I get time off. I go out there and work with him, man, and we getting better for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got some rapid fire questions, so we can go on, get back to the show. So quickly, first thing that come to your mind, you know how the therapists be. First thing that come to your mind when you see this picture, that's when you hear the question. First thing that come to your mind. All right, first one. Favorite home cooked meal.
Spaghetti.
Ooh, okay. Spaghetti. Okay. What is your favorite high school moment?
Beating our rival, Brentwood High, Battle of the Woods, back-to-back years.
What was the score?
I don't remember. I just know we won.
What you do? What you put up? I know you remember what you put up.
I went crazy, man. First year, I think I had 2 touchdowns. Second year, I think I had either 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah, good times.
Okay. Dinner with 3 celebrities or like high celebrity status, dead or alive. Who and why?
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
That's my favorite quarterback. Love his mindset. Love the way he worked. Somebody I look up to. Kobe, again. Love his mindset. Love the way he worked. Love his mindset. And then for that number 3 spot, I'm going to go J. Cole.
J. Cole, that's real.
Yeah.
My little brother actually bet that. He said, I bet you he said J. Cole.
Word?
Yeah, he said that. Okay.
Yeah, Cole world, man.
Okay, then last one, build your perfect quarterback. So I'm going to name you 4 attributes, and for each attribute, I want you to name a quarterback that'll be best in that position,
cool.
right?
Bet.
So you got arm strength, accuracy, speed, and IQ.
All right, bet. Speed, I'm going to go Lamar.
Yeah, facts.
IQ, I'm going to go Brady. What were the other 2?
Arm strength.
Arm strength, I'm going to go Mahomes.
Okay, and then accuracy.
Accuracy, I'm going to go Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, ooh, that's smooth. That's
Elite.
smooth. Okay,
Elite.
not too bad. How tall?
If I'm building a quarterback, I want my guy to be about 6'4".
6'4".
About 6'4", 225. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I'd be 6'4", 225.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel you. Not a bad combo.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Thank you, man. That's all I got for you, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
I really do appreciate it. Anytime I come encounter with athletes, bro, I'm a huge fan, bro. I love sports, bro. Football, basketball, baseball, volleyball.
Sure.
So anytime I can get the chance to sit down, man, it means everything to me, man.
No
I probably cry once I lay down tonight, man. But I'm Dylan Walton, and Chris Parson here. I appreciate you, man. You got any final words before we get on out of here?
Man, shoot, like I said, man, just blessed to be here, man. Excited to, get to work this off season, man. We're trying to build something special here at Austin Peay, man. I'm excited to work.
Okay. Well, that's
all.
That's all, folks. We'll get back to the show. Thank y'all.
There we go. Appreciate y'all, man.
So, as you can see, had a good time. I don't have all the gems like Isaiah, but, it's completely fine. It's all fine. I got the vibe. Isaiah got the gems. That's how we coexist whenever we get the chance to interview the incredible athletes of Austin Peay. So that was Chris Parson. A wonderful interview. I appreciate him entire lot, as the rest of the crew does, for him taking time out of his busy day, busy schedule. But that's really all we have for today. I told y'all it's very light, very smooth, very, very cool little day. So just want to give a shout out to Steve Short, David Ellison, Doc V, for everything they've done with the setup. Guys, it's been a great show. We'll be back. Last week is the last episode of the school year. So that's all we have. Dylan Walton, Isaiah Norman, Jeremy Daves. This has been Crunch Time, Season 10, Episode 7. And that's all we have for you folks. Thank you.